Hello everyone and welcome to the finale, le grand finale of Pokemon A to Z. This is episode 32, it's the end of season 1 and Regulation D as a whole, and everyone knows who has scheduled this thing with me before, or who I've spoken to about this, which is like 3 people, that to get the finale you need to get one of the most intricate builders of all time, me, and also a good friend, Steve. Please say hello.
Hello, I'm back. It hasn't been too long, and we got 2 actual good monsters this time, not Blissey and not Tropius.
I don't know if we're gonna see this Pokemon doing as well as Tropius did, but our first funny Pokemon is like slightly worse Tropius, Breloom. And slightly better than Blissey, though not particularly comparable to it, Big Torn.
These are perhaps one of the most used Pokemon in the regulation, and another one that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely a top 5 Mon in Tornadus, and then a Pokemon with an attack stat.
That's all you need.
So, hopefully. Torn and Breloom. Which one would you prefer to take us through?
Well, I'll talk about Torn.
Sure.
So I did have a Torn team back in the Dynamax era, and I think that was a more fun time to use Torn, because you could actually reliably do some Defiant shenanigans with on your draft team, tank and Intimidate, and then start going to town with, like, you know, acrobatics and max airstreams, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I think
realistically,
Pancake has done 1 Defiant Torn, and the other Torn team did 0 Defiant Torn.
yeah, I would not typically run it. But yeah, we're just probably going to be doing prankster stuff, and the prankster move pool is obviously very good. Tailwind, Taunt,
I believe the Defiant Torn
every weather
was because of Bramblecast immunity.
Oh.
So sometimes you use one.
That's smart.
Acrobatics, yeah. Tailwind. Oh yeah, that's right. It got Snow Escape this gen, because it did not have Hail, I don't believe.
No. Did it have Sandstorm before?
Yes.
Okay.
I have definitely run Sandstorm on Torn before. I think it had Sandstorm? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Sandstorm Torn coming to a Toronto regional near you.
I mean, don't say that like you wouldn't.
I am, actually.
Hell yeah. But Sandstorm, it's new meta for us right now. You know, look, that's like that's the Regulation D thing. It's to be paired with Cornerstone, Ogerpon. Sand is really struggling in the Regulation D, mostly because Tyranitar is bad, and Hippowdon is bad, and Houndstone is bad, and Lycanroc is probably the best of the 4, and it's not very good.
Yeah, Tyranitar definitely struggles in D.
Tyranitar struggles in Terra formats, because he has a good type.
You don't want to Terra away from the Sand boost.
Yeah, and then you don't want to Terra Rock, but also, like, part of the reason it's good is because it has so many unique, like, resistances.
Yeah. And then for Torn attacks, you know, we got your Bleak Windstorms, your Air Slashes, Hurricanes. You could do, like, Chilling Water if you want to do some drops. Icy Wind is pretty common on it. Heat Wave if you're running a Sun team.
Foul
Basically
play.
every move here has some use. Yeah.
U-turn. Yeah. Astonish. Top tier move. Bite. Top tier.
Terra Ghost, Astonish, get those flinches.
You gotta get those lunges. It goes up to 60 base power.
It's not bad.
This good old Bleakwind Icy Storm is great if you want to lose to Bramblejast.
Yes.
It's got Thief. That's great if you want your acrobatic set to be bad. Did it lose? Oh no, it still has Fling. Yeah. Good old Flings Rock Torn. Then you can Thief another item, and then if it's heavy, you can also Fling that.
Yeah. Items I think it typically would have like a berry or a mental herb or a covert cloak.
Yeah, I think Covert Cloak, definitely, yeah. Mental Herb. Citrus is probably the berry I would trend towards. You occasionally see Sash.
Yeah, Sash.
There's definitely like some arguments for Sash. I think more on teams with Farah Giraffe than not, because you're less likely to be picked off by priority if they can't. Rocky Helmet's good. Grassy and Psychic Seed on occasion. Skyplate
Seems
for sure.
wide lenses. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's at 1.7% usage, but I mean, it's mostly just because they don't want to miss, right?
Yeah.
Good old 88%. I've missed enough superior Leaf Storms with a wide lens to not trust it.
Yeah.
Also, if Tatsdozo was more relevant in the format, we could consider Grass Knot, but it's not particularly relevant in the format, tragically.
Or Tinglu, which is also not, even though you played like 3 Tinglus last episode.
Yeah, I would like to note that we went 3-0 last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And our opponents running bad Pokemon probably didn't hurt with that. I think Tinglu has had basically no usage on any of my teams this format. I have used... No, we did bring a Tinglu, and it did not hit the field once.
Yeah.
And that was the only episode so far that I've brought Tinglu. Tinglu just doesn't really make sense in terms of how it fits onto teams in the current format. Its shape is just awkward. Are there any other moves that you think are a bit of a standout? So, during Dynamax, there were a couple other moves that saw some play. Leer is one that comes immediately to mind. The defense drops could be pretty good when lowering the defense of a Dynamax Mon. Certainly, Swagger. You can
Scary Face.
Yeah, Scary Face, Speed
Thunderwave.
Control. You can always side Scary Face if you don't have a clear amulet. At OMG It's Daddy. You can always side Scary Face to try and get the upper hand against Trick Room, which is cool. And clearly Metronome is a good move. I mean, Wolfey had that team where he ran 4 Pokemon with only Metronome.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, Custap Berry is back, so you could always run Endure.
Custap Berry is back. Next episode.
Oh, Endure, Custap Berry, Acrobatics. That's the strat.
Question. Why?
I don't know, because I like Custap Berry.
Yeah. I feel like you don't need Endure to get Custap Berry off with Torn.
Probably not.
And then, yes, if you are running, then Bulk Up and Nasty Plot are the 2 setup moves. So Bulk Up with Acro, and then Nasty Plot with not Acro. And honestly, you can kind of fit whatever you want onto this Mon. I think that, yeah, you basically always want Tailwind, and it's pretty rare you don't want to run Bleakwind Storm. But Icy Winds, Weathers, Taunt, all pretty negotiable. Scary Face, definitely pretty negotiable. Nasty Plot, I've seen some. And it can be quite intimidating to run into. And then, yeah, its coverage moves are all, like, pretty okay. I probably wouldn't do Heatwave off Sun, though. You're right.
Now, with pairing with a Breloom, I think this could be the start to a good rain team.
That is interesting. So maybe looking at Rain Dance on it, and then probably a Mental Herb set then. If we're trying to get both Tailwind and Rain Dance on. I love getting hit by my opponent's 100% accurate Bleakwind Storms as a Breloom. So, Breloom has 3 abilities. They're actually all okay. Though I think that generally 2 of them you'd favor over Effect Spore. Effect Spore is like not a bad ability, it's just not as strong as the other 2. Poison Heal, there are some use cases for this set. You can run a Toxic Orb and get very significant amounts of healing off of your ability each turn. And then Technician, 60 power or less moves have 1.5x power. Now this does get calculated before the damage boost from Terastallization, so you can't run like a, I don't know, what's like the lowest power move? You can't run Mud Slap, Terra Ground, and then hope to have a 90 power Mud Slap. It will just be 60, because it calculates to 30 and then rounds that up to 60. And Bullet Seed isn't affected by the Terastallization base power boost because it's a multi-hit move. So
Neither is Mach Punch.
yeah, because it's a priority
Or
move.
Faint. Yeah.
But Mudshot would be, by that beautiful. That wouldn't be either because of Technician. Yeah, no, yeah. Technician doesn't have great synergy with Terra if you are trying to get the base power boost, but that's fine. Technician, I think, is generally your bread and butter on the set. And this Pokemon has a few main marks of appeal. Bullet Seed is the big one. Multi-hitting move, 2 to 5 times in 1 turn. And boosted by Technician, it becomes very, very difficult to take, even for Pokemon that are like 2x flying resists. It's not flying, grass resists. So, a mon like Torn is probably too accurate by Bullet Seed. Some of the other Pokemon that you would occasionally find in the format, depending, like a Scarf Lando probably isn't taking Bullet Seed if it hasn't gotten the Intimidate off on you. Iron Hands is probably taking like 70% if you get the right number of hits. Chi-Yu's probably taking half. Chenpao probably doesn't quite faint, but like a lot of Pokemon are going to be taking a lot of damage, especially if they've brought their own Breloom to get grassy terrain up for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Funny Mach Punch, which I think is the other bit of your bread and butter. It's just a very strong priority move. So you could potentially pair it with a good old Chenpao, or you could do kind of whatever you want, like put it on a rain team, like I think we're considering. Beyond that,
do you remember Canar's? I think it was Canar versus Ben, where he basically, I think it was abandoned Mach Punch, and he just like spammed Mach Punch the whole game, and I think it came back from a 4v1.
I could believe it. Breloom's one of those mons. This is a very strong priority move because of Technician and Stab and the 130 attack.
Yeah.
These boosting abilities are very impactful. And then, it's got okay coverage. That is more relevant in draft than in standard VGC. Like, Gunk Shot can really swing games in draft, and like, your Tapu Bulu ever comes back and gets Grassy Glide so that it's actually relevant. Gunk. Poison Jab, not bad. Rock Tomb. I think there's probably some use cases for this in the current format, especially if you want to get like a damage-oriented terrestrialization that you can run Terra Rock Tomb. It hits a lot of the resists to grass, so a lot of the fire types and flying types that are in the format. Doesn't hit Moong for anything beyond the old neutral damage, but it's still alright. And then Spore is, I think, often the other big ticket item move.
Does it get Grassy Glide?
Not in this format, but in next format, maybe. It would be Technician boosted.
Yeah. It does not.
Of course it doesn't. They don't give fun moves to moves to fun Pokemon. They only give it to Rillaboom. Swords Dance. Apparently Toxic sees some use, which I assume is on Poison Heal sets. I've been Power Herb dug by this before.
I believe it.
Force Palm is what I used to use before it got CC, and occasionally use on like Assault Vest or like Scarf sets, because it's funny paralyzing someone with a 90 base power move.
That 30% chance to not move is pretty good.
And like often the damage is okay, and I think I was running it just because on Assault Vest just because I didn't want to drop my defenses. I had that calc and I didn't want to take the chip. Bounce is probably maybe usable. I don't know. I know Illumise and Volbeat are seeing some usage in the coming format using Pounce, but they are bug types. So, and hey, it's got Sunny Day and Rain Dance. That makes it as good as Torn, right? Helping Hand. That's a good move.
Hand. I didn't know it had Helping Hand. That is good.
Helping Hand is a very good move if you are considering picking it up for draft. I probably wouldn't run it in standard. So my thoughts in this position is we probably want to run CC or Protect in the last slot.
I agree. I would say Protect.
Okay. Then I think if we're not running CC, we need to go Loaded Dice. Whereas I think we could go Sash if we had close combat.
Interesting. My worry is that we're just fake out fodder without protect, unless you want to go CC and Terra Ghost.
I mean, we can do. Obviously, we can just stay. I don't know what Terra I necessarily prefer. I don't know if we change the degree to which we're fake out fodder. I think CC is just very good power-wise. And we don't have Cloak here, so we could theoretically consider Cloak if you aren't as big on Sash. Because Torn often baits people into thinking it's Cloak if we haven't shared team sheets.
Yeah.
Also, we probably want like a bulky Torn. Probably a specially defensive Torn on this team, right?
Yeah. We're going to be inviting other Bleak Winds.
We are indeed. Which is also like part of the mental herb thought process. And getting icy winds. Getting more icy winds is often better than less icy winds. So it's probably just like Adder, right? Or...
Yeah, we don't need the speed, I would say.
Well, there's one matchup we may need the speed for.
Got outspeed, max speed booster, 307.
I don't think we are currently doing it.
154. Can Breloom even get that fast?
Can Jelly Breloom get that fast? No.
Nope.
So... I don't know. Is there another Pokemon that has a relevant speed tier?
What about Modest? Never mind.
Modest isn't always speed boosting, yeah.
Yeah.
There are some slower versions of speed boosting, but we'd probably just run speed for max flutter.
Yeah.
Unless there is a speed tier we care about in our like normal vicinity, maybe like a Gara. That like 100 speed Gara you tend to see.
We could just try to outspeed Jian Pao.
We're already covering Chen Pao by running speed for Gara. We're already running Chen because it's hitting 205, and we're currently looking at hitting 230 in Tailwind.
Yeah.
So then we probably, since we do have Protect, so we're not as worried, we probably do want to have a defensive Terra that resists Ice.
Ire also would help against Flutter.
Yeah, it's not bad. So, what are we looking on from this point? There's a couple regional rain abusers, I think. Many of them maybe don't necessarily fit the Breloom. Actually, no, they can definitely fit the Breloom game plan. I'm thinking Palafin.
Basculegion or Palafin or Urshifu.
You say or. We could put all three of them on the team. And I have put... No, I haven't put Palafin on the team in a long
Mono
time.
Water after this?
Say, I have a Palafin. Have I put Palafin on a team? No, I have not put Palafin on a team this format. On a A to Z team this format. We don't have a Terra on Torn either. I'm gonna say Steel?
I agree.
So Falopin.
Just banned them.
Okay, if that's what we're going for. Flip turn, wave crash, close combat, and what's your preferred Terra Blast?
Ghost Astonish, of course. No.
To get Astonish?
I would.
Okay.
It does, yes.
But you know, I'm forgetting the obvious move. Wait, is it even...
It does usually a Jet Punch.
Yes.
It's like, what is that fourth move it always runs?
I'll take a whole lot of usage. Yeah. Good old Falopin. It's not amazing in the format, but probably something like this.
Yeah.
We definitely want to have...
Random Jet Punches still hurt.
That might hurt me more than them sometimes. Okay, so we've got Rain. We've got a Rain Abuser. We've got two Rain Abusers, I guess, with Torn as well. So what I'm concerned about now would be a matchup into Trick Room.
Yeah. Something like a Farigiraf with Imprison, perhaps?
The classic Farigiraf. Like, we're not terrible into Trick Room because we do have the Spore.
Yeah.
But it is, I think, something to keep in mind. I do think Breloom probably appreciates it. Maybe we have... No, probably still Citrus Berry. I'm like, maybe we consider the, like, meme set. No, probably the good set's better. Terra Blast Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, with a Terra Fairy.
No, I'm thinking Terra Grass because we have Terra Blast.
Okay.
Could be Hyper Voice instead, or Psychic. Psychic is fine with Terra Fairy. But I think if we're going Terra Blast, we might just want Grass for good old Moong. El Capitan. And we probably want Speed, considering this is a Tailwind team.
Yeah.
Let me just see if there are some more offensive spreads on Fairy.
That's the second overall one. No, that is not offensive at all.
When I say offensive, I mean ones with Speed investment. I see a 76.
That also didn't fit the bill.
I see 76, and that's the most I've seen. I'm just going to assume that this is a good spread, and use it because of that.
Yeah, the two that top 32'd worlds are not speed invested at all.
Yeah, they probably want Torn teams, I imagine.
Nope, they both had Torn.
Oh,
Sorry, one of them had Torn.
okay. You know what? Fair enough. They're probably
Both
different
had
modes. We're going to be trying to bring Torn most games, I think.
Yeah.
So, what else pairs well with Torn? Ooh, there's a funny guy. We could do the funny guy.
I'm always down for funny guys.
I just drafted this Pokemon in a singles league. Like, overnight. I left it as a pick.
This also goes well with the rain.
Yes, it appreciates everything, because this Pokemon really just benefits from every stage condition, because it's kind of dumb.
And I've got a proposal. How about go with this Goldengo in our last slot? We use Berserker.
Okay. It's not good, but I'm fine. I'm down for it. I like Berserker. Probably Dazzling Gleam in this last slot here with Terra Fairy, or we could do Trick. I just want to run Thunder because it's the rain team.
Yeah, I dig it.
D-Gleam or Trick, in your opinion?
If
Probably,
we got Terra Fairy,
probably Terra Electric if we aren't doing that. Modest, of course.
Yeah, Modest.
It's 172 speed, so that's what I'm going to do. I trust the internet. It would never lie to me. No one would go on the internet and tell lies.
Definitely not.
And for our last Pokemon, you said Captain Berserker.
It's got this funny ability called Steely Spirit, which allows Make It Rain to kill everything.
Just a what's the disclaimer? Not everything. Don't click helping
kills
hand.
a lot. Yes. Yeah. Fake out Iron Head because it doesn't have Gyro Ball yet.
Gyro Ball's still not good enough. 50 speed is not a good stat for Gyro Ball. Like, I remember calcing, and we want Sash because we want to get multiple Steely Spirits off. So that means that we are not even getting max power into Flutter Mane. Unless it's booster.
Protect, and I don't know.
CC
Close
probably.
combat. Yeah.
I have gone blind, by which I mean forgotten the alphabet, and I'm just going to say Berserker is max.
With a sash, for sure.
The other way I would run Sash would be min speed for Trick Room, but this isn't a Trick Room team. We just have Trick Room on a Pokemon. That can probably still click it.
Even if Trick Room goes up, we got 2 priority moves.
Yep, all 2 of them. 3 with Fake Out.
Oh, yes.
And like 5 with the Torn moves, but I don't think Tailwind is a good anti-Trick Room move.
We're going to exclusively face Farigirafs and not be able to click any of our fun moves. Safety Goggle Farigirafs coming at us.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably just Bullet Seed the Farrig anyways.
Yeah.
It's more other Trick Room setters I'd be trying to Spore. Though, I've definitely seen some goggles on Cress, even though it's not like a super common item. I feel like I run into it a decent bit.
I think
Certainly,
it's pretty common.
I don't know.
It's actually on 54% of sets.
Yeah. All I know is I can either taunt them or Spore them, and half the time I get it wrong.
Yeah, it's always whichever one is going to screw you over.
Or like you don't taunt them because you're like sure they're going to be Mental Herb, and then you like attack the partner instead, and then you taunt them later in the game and find out they aren't Mental Herb. Or like they reveal Helmet, for example.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are, game 1. I'll get game 1 this time. Why? Okay, I don't know how Swimmerman got there. I'm going to assume. Did you do that?
Yeah, that's my... I didn't change anything, but that's the guy I use.
Okay.
It's just because I logged in first.
No, I was still logged in from last episode.
Oh, well, I don't know that.
So I want to leave Torn. I don't know what I want to leave Torn next to. They're all kind of okay, but not great.
We could just Torn, Flip Turn with Palafin.
Sure. And then definitely Breloom in the back, because Mach Punch is pretty good into half this team. And then Berserker, just because it has a sash.
Yeah. It'll help against Flutter, too. Okay.
Rain Dance, and then Flip Turn to Torkoal.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Balloon probably has Protect then, but...
It would, honestly, I tend to expect every Torkoal to have Protect, because so many of them are Charcoal. I hope it went for Eruption, and not any other move. Actually, no, I hope it just didn't click an attack.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
You know what move I kind of wish we had at this point?
What's that?
Close Combat.
Yeah. Terrablast would have even been... Terrablast Fire on the Breloom right now? That'd be pretty cool.
It says it thinks Mach Punch KOs.
Maybe.
I'm just going to click Rain Dance because it doesn't matter what I click, and I'm going to Terrafire and Mach Punch. No, Bullet Seed?
I think I would Mach Punch.
It says Mach Punch is more likely to KO. Okay, well, you know, it definitely punishes the Chew Switch more than it does the other thing.
Beauty. Into a Clear Smog.
Not the Clear Smog!
I guess that's their Dondozo counter?
I don't know. I don't have an answer to this. Alright, go for Rain Dance, and... I actually don't know why I didn't just Spore that slot. But, I probably should have attacked the...
I thought you were going to Mach Punch the Bonnet.
No, I was definitely talking about Torkoal, because I'm scared. It looks like Mach Punch is a 2 at KO into Brute Bonnet, because this is quite bulky. I want to Mach Punch the Torkoal again.
I would agree with that, yeah. If Torn ever wakes up, he just kills Bonnet with a... Ooh, bulky.
Very unlikely to Oko Bonnet on account of... Okay,
No,
that crit probably mattered.
Eventually, he'll kill the Bonnet.
That crit definitely... no, that crit definitely didn't matter.
It was Balloon, so it's probably...
Not modest.
Yeah.
like I guess. I think I think Icy Wind picks up Torkoal. It should, right? I think I Icy Wind and I fake out the bonnet.
I agree. We got the sash just in case we don't wake up. Yeah.
Who needs sash? Just simply live every hit.
Yeah. That's almost custom berry range.
That's not Costnap berry range, and we have no bulk.
I said almost.
I know, but I think this is helmet. No, not helmet. Of course. God damn it.
Yes, the best part about 3-turn sleeps is getting immediately slept.
I think we might lose. So we definitely protect Berserker here. And just force something.
Hey. Yeah.
CC doesn't
Tailwind
even
wouldn't do
pick up
anything.
Brute Bonnet without Icy Wind Chip.
Okay.
My god.
Does it even
I don't. They were calling the
think it
fabric
has-
switching. So
Are you just spamming Bleak Wind with Torn?
did I Icy Wind to not miss?
Yeah, sure.
I want to Icy Wind and CC for sure. Can I wake up?
Life Orb. Okay, I think this should... Oh, he's gonna Spore again, right?
I don't know why you would think it'd be over.
Yeah.
I probably do win at this point. Now I can stop Bleak Winding, and I definitely... I think Jet Punch the Brute Bonnet. No, that's not a KO. Well, I have to Jet Punch the Flutter then, even though it's going to protect. Or, no, I could see... Is Wave Crash going to pick up, do you reckon? I think Wave Crash picks up. I think we Wave Crash the Brute Bonnet.
Yeah.
It could be bulkier than I expect.
I'll get
Oh,
that.
I forgot we were faster. Degleam. Yeah, that's probably working out for us pretty alright.
Yeah.
Second
Damn,
round.
Choice Band Jet Punch, so strong.
It wasn't Jet Punch.
Choice Band Wave Crash. I meant to say Palafin.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So basically, game plan worked out. Mach Punch. Brute Bonnet. Not the Brute Bonnet.
Yeah.
Please no more Brute Bonnet.
That was a weird team.
You know what? Sometimes you run into those Brute Bonnet teams.
Oh, look at the skew on the ladder, though. We're playing 1,200 players now.
Yeah, did you not say, like, the longer it takes to load, the more MMR range it puts it out to. So next we'll probably be playing an 1,800 player.
Nice.
This being...
No, they're not playing Reg D anymore.
Yeah, there's going to be, like, one on the ladder. And that's why they're playing someone in 1,400. But yes, Reg D in general is not as popular a format as it was when it was popular. So I think this is one of the matchups where we actually just consider running Trick Room. We don't have Rock Tomb on Breloom. Oh, actually, is this just a Torn Goldango lead?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Torn, Goldango, Berserker,
Breloom?
and yeah, Breloom for that. Well, let's see, damn Mach Punch.
Wait, this is supposed to be the game that you're getting. I shouldn't be clicking everything.
It's okay. I've already clicked.
Cool. I mean, Breloom's coming.
Yeah.
We need a water resist.
It's gonna be Dark Urshifu.
My predictions is dark, but I keep getting caught out by people running the Urshifu that makes no sense on their team, so I want to water resist. I want to have someone that lives one Surging Strikes.
Yeah. You know what gets me is that we can tell in team preview which Ogre Pawn it is, but we can't do that with Urshifu.
Well, it's because he's wearing a hat.
I mean, the two Urshifus look totally different too.
Only in pose.
Well, yeah, why can't they just put the pose?
Because they've decided not to.
To mimic the in-game.
I mean, the in-game thing, sorry, it's like Rotom. We could always see the difference in forms as well.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funnier if they made it so you couldn't see the difference in the Crossmorph at team preview.
It is dark.
Cool. I have great news.
Tailwind.
I have a question. Do we bother Tailwind? Why don't we just Bleak Wind and make it rain? If we're going to Terra.
Oh yeah, Terra Fairy, right?
Yeah.
Bleak Wind. I thought it was Terra Steel. I was going to Tailwind, Terra Steel, make it rain. Terra Fairy, make it rain.
Yeah, I think Bleak Wind, Terra Fairy, make it rain. Like, we may even still be faster than Orlando. We were not faster than Orlando. I think it is Scarf.
I would definitely bet it is Scarf. I'm surprised that didn't kill. Maybe it's AV then.
Super surprised. No, it was faster than Torn.
Good point, yeah.
It's probably not AV max speed. So I would just Tailwind and make it rain.
I am slightly tempted to click Rain Dance. Nah, because then Goldango goes down. You're right.
I would prefer to kill Lando before it gets an attack off.
Yeah.
And, like, last I checked, Snow doesn't boost Spidef.
Oh.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. Alright, good game.
This is what I needed with Goldango. Noivern was not Tornadus.
No.
Also, people were perfect for it. So that's why Goldango was on the team.
Yeah.
And also, if you compare that to the previous game, that's why Goldango is a Pokemon that people use, and what's the other one? Palafin is not as much.
Yeah, it turns out a spread move like Make It Rain is absolutely busted.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you don't have a single steel resist on your team.
It is pretty good in teams that do not resist steel. Outside of the potential Rapid Shifu that they didn't bring. Which would not have been better, considering it was at 2% after Bleak Wind. And they share the same Bleak Wind matchup.
Yeah.
I think the problem must be, all the Americans are getting dinner right now. And that's why they're not on ladder. Because when I film, like, during their morning, or, like, work hours, everyone, like, it must be that everyone who's, like, got a full-time job, when they're, like, a bit down on work, is just pulling up ranked D ladder, because they haven't figured E out enough, and they're like, I'm at work, I don't really want to stress over that, you know? I think that must be the difference.
When I'm at work and I've gotten bored a bit, I just go to the bathroom and I pull up a couple Reg E ladder games.
Okay. Berserker Goldango?
Yeah, what the hell are they doing here?
Ditto. Breloom, Torn. Oh my god.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make it rain and I'm gonna fake out the Iron Hands. I could Terra as well. On the Goldango. Also, we didn't run a Terra on Berserker. I'm just gonna make it fighting.
Terra Berserker. Yeah, for the extra step, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also fine on the other one, but yeah. So I think we Terra Fairy, make it rain, and fake out the Iron Hands.
What are you Terra Fairying for?
So the Dark moves?
Sucker? Yeah.
I don't know what this team is.
That's true. Yeah, that seems safe.
Like, I just don't feel like I know enough about this Grim to... It's like, it's probably gonna light screen, but... You know, it's not like light screen's that impactful.
Yeah.
Because we were only faking out in case they faked out into Goldango.
Yeah.
Like... It's one of those matchups.
Look at how much that did to Iron Hands through light screen. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna CC this Iron Hands. I want to see how much... actually, Samrock took that pretty well. It might be AV.
Ooh, that's close.
That did nothing.
Berserker.
Oh god, the Drain Punch is gonna hurt.
Back up to...
That's not too bad, actually. I'm going to CC the Samrock this time. So I feel like Breloom and Taunt should be able to clean up from here.
I agree. Breloom kind of clears unless he's got a really good Terra in the back.
I don't know why the Samurott is slower than Berserker.
That's a good point. Oh, let's go, Berserker.
I mean, surely you expected that to pick up. Zaron's not that bulky. Okay, I take it back. I think we may just clear now.
Yeah.
How much did CC do to 25? Maybe not.
Do you ever cycle out Goldango here? Just to
That
be
feels
able
like
to
a
Tailwind
coward
and
play,
make it
but
rain again?
yeah, probably Torn and Protect.
Yeah.
I feel like Make It Rain isn't that good into Tinglu, but
Actually, we would Dazzling Gleam here for sure.
yeah.
Okay, that makes no sense.
They were punishing the It's good we got Torn in on the rocks, right? That's what we were doing.
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna Bleak Wind and CC, because we're gonna Protect.
Yeah, we don't need Tailwind, that's for sure. We don't need Rain Dance.
Sure. I should have Iron-Handed. Oh, we missed the Tinglu.
I've been missing so many Bleak Wind Storms lately.
Why did
I feel like they changed the accuracy of it. What? Okay.
Whirlwind. My opponent is simply too good of a player. I apologize. So I just want to Spore the Iron Hands.
Yeah,
No, I should just Bullet Seed. A Bullet Seed's going to do it enough with Bleak Wind Storm.
Not if you miss again.
I mean, I think Bullet Seed is probably just going to do enough. It's
Oh,
a little
okay,
bit
reload it.
stronger than CC.
Uh-oh.
They didn't get the KO on Berserker. It's fine. We preserved.
You know what? We got another 3-0.
Through screens and Vessel of Ruin. 41.
Choice Specs is a hell of an item.
And Goldango was a hell of a mon.
That's true. That special attack's at 282.
1%. The 1 HP Berserker. Managing to avoid both whirlwinds. Though I think he got hit with one of them, so.
And you know what? Did we bring Berserker to every game?
No.
We did.
Did we bring it game 1?
Game 2, it did not hit the field. Game 1, it died.
Yeah, that's right, because we brought it with Palafin over Goldango. Which is an interesting decision, now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably was fine. Fake Out's good. Farrig.
This
We did not run into a
this
single
was
team
your,
that Farrig was good against, but I think Farrig is probably much better than Goldango on this team. And Palafin.
Yeah. This was your surprise Berserker episode of Pokemon A to Z.
Everyone loves good old Pokemon 80s episode, Berserker popping off. I do not think this is this even... This may not be the first time. No, this is the first time we're on Berserker. And it's a long time before the Berserker episode, because that's like halfway into next season.
Mid-alphabet.
P is in the middle of the alphabet. Not as much in the middle of the alphabet as the letter L, but we'll eventually get there. And just as part of the end of the grand finale of the format, I would love to take both you and the audience through what we have seen this part of the season. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, yeah, so Torn in 25, and then Breloom we had in 13, and it's probably going to stay there. It's a weird mon where it can be difficult in draft to justify getting it over, where are they? Chestnut and Decidueye, who we have in 9, because it's really similar to them in a lot of ways, and it doesn't take hits as well, but it does have a lot of utility, and I think it's under Lilligant H, or no, same tier as Lilligant H. It's only difficult to justify getting it over Lilligant H if you have Sun.
Yeah.
So, as we reach the end of this season, we have seen, I believe I checked earlier what the most common support Pokemon was, and it was like tied between Fluttermane and Qianpao.
That makes sense.
And we've seen so many different individual Pokemon. Like, this is the first time we've seen Palafin or Berserker on one of these teams. Definitely not the first time I think that we've seen Farigiraf, but I've used a whole lot of different Pokemon, a whole lot of different types. I wonder, what Terra types have I not used? So I haven't used Terra Bug, but is that the only one? Have you used Terra Poison? Yes.
Bug's pretty niche. Like,
yeah.
You basically need something with Flash Fire.
Or it's something that is already... Like, I've probably used Terra Bug on, like, Armarouge or Ceruledge, who I used a couple times towards the start of the format.
They both have Flash Fire.
Haven't done Bug? No. Haven't done Dark? Yes. Haven't done Dragon? I've probably not done Terra Dragon, actually. Dragon's an okay Terra type. Oh no, there's a Terra Dragon on Alomomola. So there we go, Terra Dragon.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Have it on Terra Electric? I have not.
Water types.
I've run a bunch of electric types, but none of them front stab Terras. I think it's really Rotoms that prefer it. Terra Fairy,
Rotom.
yes.
Vigavolt will.
Terra Fighting, yes. Terra Fire, yes. Terra Flying, yes. Terra Ghost, presumably, yeah, episode 1. Terra Grass, yes. Terra Ground, yep. This classic double Terra Blast one.
Wait,
Terra Ice?
Terra Psychic. Barrascuda?
Psychic Fangs. It needs something, man. It needs something. That's his best move to hit, besides CC to hit resists. And it needed the Terra to Oko Urshifu. Terra Normal, good old Weeks and Arcanine carrying that for us.
The same
I think we've seen other Terra Normals. Terra Poison. A couple Terra Poison sprinkled throughout the season. Poisons are surprisingly good in this current format. Next format, Teal Mask, it'll be a lot worse, but it was surprisingly good on Water Absorb Pokemon.
Yes.
Terra Psychic, yes, on one Pokemon, Barrascuda. I didn't do any stab Terra Psychics, which is weird because I think they're kind of okay. Oh no, Terra 2 Terra Rocks, Bombardier and Basculin, both with the very strong rock moves. Terra Steels, a bunch of them throughout the season. And then Terra Water, looking to be my most popular Terra towards the start of the season. It didn't wind up being quite as popular, but still wound up being a very consistent popular format. I think it is probably my most popular Terra type in this season.
Yeah, let me see which one I've used most often this season.
So, I mean, this is just counting the ones of the Pokemon A to Z candidates, but 12 Terra Waters, you know.
I have used Grass and Ground most often.
So it's
Ghosts, actually.
7 Terra Ghosts. 7 Terra Ghosts is looking like the second place.
Ghost will always be good on the ladder. Just, you know when you're going to get faked out.
I mean, Ghost is generally good on bad Pokemon. So that's why I think, you know, like Blissey, we ran Terra Ghost.
Yeah.
Zoroark is also a normal type I ran Terra Ghost on. Ursaluna is a normal type I ran Terra Ghost on. And the other type, you're a normal. Yeah, good old. And then offensive on Bramblegast as well. Terra Ghost is in an interesting place. It seemed like it was going to be more dominant than it was, but yeah. I think this has been a really fun season. I'm very excited to head in next week into Regulation E. And I'm very happy to have had you on the episode.
Always happy to join.
Thank you everyone for watching, and goodbye. Also, I just realized I spoiled a couple guests that are coming up in like several weeks' time. See ya.